Yo, we're the Zone Runners, and this time we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ain't ready.
I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head cause I have no fear. Probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory, but a ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Asked him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alleys. It didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with the fist, metal crackling. I'm hearing someone saying use a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall, and then I started to fly, I went in deeper.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's it, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. Gonna hold my head cause I got nothing to fear. It probably seems crazy, brave the theory. A ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Dukect live here on this Hallow's Eve. Hope you are joining me, and hope you're loving it so far. Man, what a week. A very interesting week in the WWE, TNA, and everything else. And if you haven't already known, if you don't follow my stuff and listen to my things and such, the Dukect Last Review Standing Halloween episode, River of Darkness, is up. It is on Daily Motion, and I'm about to put it on Rise of the Critics and Zipcast later on tonight. So hopefully you guys will be entertained by it, and you will love it because it is awesome, and you guys are going to love it. And it's, trust me, you guys I put a lot of heart and love for it. So hopefully you guys really I've done some little new things here. So if you like it, not, well, too bad. Anyway, I'll put the link of the review in the description. And yeah. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. There are some other things to talk about. Let's see. Other things. Let's see about all that stuff. Oh man, some big interviews from Del Rio and a new TNA World Champion after a very good match with Bobby Roode. But first, we have to talk about the big thing in the WWE Network. Oh, let's see. Oh, boy. The WWE Network. You know, it's... I think, honestly, as someone who... let's see. Sorry about that. Just so by edit, just something my phone, and I gotta start this off. Okay, phone's off. So hopefully that wasn't too annoying for you, and I'll edit that out if I can. But anyway, yeah, live TV show, live radio, man. Okay, let's see the WWE Network. Wow, well. A lot of things have been talked about the WWE Network, and well, honestly, the news came out. Oh man, and yeah, there are a lot of people here talking about the WWE Network, and a lot of it is not positive. And according to, well, see, there's a lot of people, some off-ed pieces and such of what the WWE Network is. But here's what it is. Let's see. On April, this is right here. Let's see. This is from WrestleZone, and here's the numbers. Let's see. The WWE reported over 667,000 network subscribers on April 7th. And on July 31st, it was up to 700,000. And as September 30th, 731,000, the number rose. But here's the real thing, and it's still a huge number. That is a great number. That's a huge number. That's like, wow, this is something, well, I honestly think this is something you really you really just say this is just, this is a really good. This is the number you look at and say, yeah, this is great. But here's the real thing. According to the numbers, the WE, 730,000 of those subscribers are domestic, and the 28,000, these are new subscribers, has more than 170 new countries after all the stuff outside the United States, and the total is 28,000. Ouch. And not only that, as you look at not only WrestleZone, but let's say it's for the other stuff, it dropped over 200,000 subscribers, which is not. That's not good. That's really is bad, and you need these subscribers. These are people you need, and this is something for the WWE needs to continue to go forward. And if you don't, if they don't, well, they're not going to last as long. As much as I do, I care. I love, what WWE put this. I'm a pro wrestling fan, and I would love the WWE Network. I mean, that's just that's the whole, wow, this is something I really would be into. But, it's the way it's been handled. It's the way it's been, it's the way it's been handled, It's the way it's been handled. I think honestly the network, the way it looks to me, I don't like the way the format is. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's handled. I feel like Netflix and Hulu. I rarely use Hulu, but I honestly think Hulu does better. Heck, YouTube has a better and that's for free. I mean, YouTube has better stuff for free. So does Daily Motion, and so does Daily Motion. So does mostly everything else. I mean, I honestly just feel like really comfortable going to other websites and other major stuff like Netflix or like say Crunchyroll or anything else, and their video streaming services are very good. The WWE Network, on the other hand, there's also good stuff there, but on the PC version of it, it sucks. I'm sorry, the PC version of the WWE Network, the way they had all that stuff is terrible. I honestly do not like it. If you like it, that's awesome. I think that's great, but to me, I did not like the PC Outlook. You can't rewind. You can't do anything like that. You can't rewind. You can't do anything like that you have to move that little search bar. There's no rewind feature or fast forward or anything else. Sure, there's a little for pay-per-views and such. To me, that doesn't really work for me. I don't really like that. Also, another thing that to me, when I look at the WWE Network, it looks like, and this is something that really is, and it's is the losses. The losses really do hurt this thing, because eventually, people are gonna be like, you know what, it might not be people outside might not see it as a long-term solution, because I think this is a long-term solution, but the way it's being handled right now, I just don't think it's going to be something right now. To me, it reminds me a bit of I don't want to be a video gamer. Hopefully I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will apologize. But to me, the W Network seems more to me like how the Sega Dreamcast, or something like what Sega would do earlier. That's like the Sega CD. It's something a lot of people were going to do in the future, or something that a lot of people were looking for. But at the end of the day, I think it was too quick, too fast. It was too big, too fast, And, it came a little too ahead of its time. So, I hope, and I really look at this, a lot of people, they had almost 1 million subscribers, but I don't think they're going to make that number. And they need at least, because it used to be 1.4 million, now they need 1 million. And I don't think they're going to make that number because a lot of people what this new deal is, which by the way, the new deal is going to be, it's going to be a change in the subscription model. They're not going to be locked in for 6 months. Instead, you're going to be, you can leave at any time. To me, that's going to be a problem because a lot of people are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to be, all right, I'm just going to be here for WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania, and that's it. Everything else is not going to be really important. And that's going to really be, and that because hopefully they can start building this stuff up. Because if they don't start building things up, people are not going to, and this really does show you how the WWE really, I think it's, to me, a lot of people are very dissatisfied with the product. It's because a lot of people are just, they're not really hyped up. They are just so tired of the WWE. They are so tired of the same old stuff. And that's a shame because I don't want to be like, man, this WWE match sucks. I don't want to that. But I do want to love the WWE. I do want to be like, yeah, the WWE really know what they're doing, but when they don't, and when they do things wrong, I mean, right now, heck, you have Brock Lesnar versus Cena again. Again. I'm sorry, but I just don't know. I just can't do it. Cena versus Lesnar again. I honestly, I can't believe I say it, but WWE completely wasted Brock Lesnar. They did. They found a way to actually waste one of the most impressive superstars, a once-in-a-lifetime superstar, and they just completely wasted. That is just sad to me. That to me is pathetic, but yeah, I want this to work out, but no, I want it to be great, but the way the WWE is handling it stuff, I just don't actually. I'm just so done with the WWE. If you know what I'm saying, I'm done with it. I can't continue this whole path of just blandness. It's just like, oh man, you're like, hey man, WWE's gonna get back. Hey man, come on, man. The WWE Network has all this type of stuff. I just no. Come on, the WWE Network, as good as it is, there's some good stuff on there. I mean, heck, before I leave, I'm gonna probably watch some old school matches. In fact, I might see, an I Quit match. I think there's, let's see, who was an old school? It was I think it was something, a Super Brawl. I think it was an I Quit match, something. It was a good '80s WCW I Quit match. I Quit cage match. Let's see. It's Magnum TA versus somebody, and that was just gloriously violent, and I truly enjoyed that. Really felt like a cage match was truly is because it didn't have anyone running away like a scared little girl. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I honestly, like I said, I do really like the. Again, I do like the way it is. There are some really good stuff here. And I hope, this is why I really hope to, I really hope that, they get their stuff together. I hope they start getting their stuff together. If they don't start getting their stuff together, people are going to be like, you know what? Hopefully, because they put a lot of faith in this. In fact, here's something you really are going to be completely crazy. Some might say insane, because they are having Survivor Series for free. They're putting Survivor Series for free for new subscribers. If the WWE, they're like, okay, we're gonna put this for free. You know, that's actually pretty ballsy, because you know they better have to deliver. They have to have a home run. The WWE Network has to have a home run. They have to have a home run. This Survivor Series have to have a home run. And if it has a good angle, and if it's good, has a good game angle coming out of it, if it does have a good angle, if it doesn't have a good angle, if it's just a very bland and boring angle, something like, we've seen this before, and people just don't care. They need something to wow the people. And if it's not good, December, these are the marching steps to WrestleMania. They have to amp up. They're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. They could really start shining, or this is going to be a very, are they going to flake out? Are they going to be the GOAT? Are they going to, are they going to be the greatest of all time? Or are they just going to be just the GOAT? WWE got the balls in their court. Let's see if they can do something for Survivor Series. If they don't, I don't think NXT is going to be as good as NXT takeovers are. I don't think that's going to win a lot of new people into it. It's only the hardcores buy that stuff in NXT and everything else. They need to expand to the casual. They need to. If they don't expand to the casual audience, this is going to be a pretty bad thing. Also, the number that there was actually over 255,000 people canceled their subscription, and I'm one of them. I'll probably bring that back, though, just to see Survivor Series, just to see how they do it. Because if they don't get that stuff together, well, carry on, WWE. See you. Bye. And anyway, I'm going to take a small little musical break. We'll be right back. And I'll be talking about a little bit of Alberto Del Rio here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Dukect, here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. Going to play a little more Halloween music for you. We're going to play a little Booze Clues. The Haunted House from Portrait of a Plumber, OC Remix album. Here you go. Hopefully you will enjoy. Anyway, this is the Dukect live on the Dukect Lounge on TalkShoe.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. Be right back right after this. And we are back live here in the Dukect Lounge. If you want to call, join me in the lounge. The phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the phone number is 724-444-7444. The call ID to connect with me, Dukect, is 92417. Call ID is 92417. Well, this is an interesting interview. And from Alberto Del Rio. Man, very interesting interview at that. Let's see. It says from WrestleChat.net. The link will be in the description. It says Alberto Del Rio claims that WWE makes racist jokes. A field says young talents are unhappy. CJ Quinn. It says right here. Former WWE Former WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio did an interview with Fighting Spirit magazine that comes out this week and talked about his departure from the company. Del Rio said there were constant racist jokes in WWE while he was there, and he never liked them, but never said anything because usually the jokes were made by important people. Del Rio said the jokes were about Latin and African Americans. Del Rio said if a nobody such as Cody Barberini made a joke, then he would say something. But if someone important made a racist joke, he wouldn't say anything to them. Wow. Well, that's not surprising, since this is basically a southern good old boy type of stuff. And sadly, this kind of mindset still exists in wrestling. So, sometimes, I don't get the WWE sometimes. They could be what you call progressive, with the fact that, they accept guys like Pat Patterson and Darren Young, and be like, yeah, we're here. We will. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're hardworking, we'll bring. They don't care if you're gay, straight, or whatever. But then we have this, and the casual racism there. They have the opposite end spectrum. So I'm like, they do so good work, but on the other hand, you hear this type of stuff, and it just pissed me off. You're just like, I don't know. But anyway, as I continue. Regarding the incident with Barberini, Del Rio said at first he was told he was going to be suspended after he slapped the crap out of him, after repeating the racist joke and what have you. And, he thought he was going to be suspended. He said, we're going to need to let you go until things cool down. Del Rio was given the impression that he would be back in a few months. But he told them that if he wasn't hired back by the time he hung up the phone, he wasn't coming back. And noted that he already made up his mind about leaving when his contract expired. Del Rio didn't name who made the phone call to him, but said it was someone higher up who always made racial jokes. Del Rio said because this person does it, others think it's okay to do so. Ooh, he didn't say, he's not naming names, but something. Anyway, moving on. Here he continues on. Del Rio claimed the former Sin Cara is making $5,000 per match in Mexico and is doing 2 to 3 matches per week. He also claimed the hot new talents at WWE are making $500 per match. Del Rio claimed one WWE superstar, who was not named but also has a brother in the company, told him that he worked a Superstars match, a long Raw match, a promo on Raw, and then a dark match at the end of the show and just got $500 for it. He also mentioned wrestlers and paid $2,000 for a 4-show tour of Mexico. He said the young WWE talents are not unhappy about things, but not completely happy either but they have no choice. Del Rio said the WWE only wants you to do that. Yeah, it's not surprising because there's no big competition. As much as we ballyhoo TNA or Ring of Honor or whatever, they're not even close to being competition. In fact, you can say that Ring of Honor is just a wink wink nod nod farm system for the WWE now. And I'm hopeful that Global Force Wrestling, I want that to start coming up. I think they're doing a live show from New Japan or something, doing some stuff from New Japan. They are getting a lot of ducks in a row, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that they will. Maybe not next 50 years. I mean, maybe next 10 to 20 years or something. They might have a chance to have people work with some good money and go to the Global Force Wrestling. I hope that happens. I hope they do become a legitimate competition because that means other people might have a different chance. Young guys, old guys, all of them will have a chance to really do perform in this country, which would be great. Competition is the best way. Competition always wins. And competition always makes everything better. So, there's a lot of big contracts. A lot of people got those big contracts with WCW. So, in WCW and WWE when things go back and forth. So, yeah. I think competition will be the 100% cure on this. Anyway, the article continues. Del Rio also said that WWE wants you to do their style in the ring. And they keep you in a box where you can't think outside of the box. He doesn't blame WWE for that because it works for him. But now he's going to mix American, European, Japanese, and Mexican styles. Wow. That to me, bothers me a bit because why stifle so much? I mean, I understand it might be unsafe. And if it's unsafe for guys to do it, okay, then stop it. But if it's safe for people to use, it's safe and, it's safe, it doesn't hurt any of the performers, why not have those mix of styles? Why just be so generic and such? Variety is the spice of life. And why are you going to stifle talent? This is why, a lot of people don't respect WWE. A lot of people who don't want to watch because that's the WWE style. It's not that good. It's not that interesting. And that's why some people don't really like it and such. Okay? That's another topic another time. So it probably, they probably a lot more. So, and someone who speak on this probably a lot more smarter than myself. But you get what I'm saying. Because, a mix of styles, a little variety now and then. It's the spice of life. And I think you shouldn't cut down on someone who does not only American style or WWE style or whatever, also European, Japanese, and Mexican styles. Have them switch things up. That would be a very interesting thing with Del Rio. Since he says it goes around the world, that would have been very interesting if they would have done that. But that's just me. Anyway, he goes on saying Del Rio mentioned that his father, Dos Carrasas, will have a big retirement event in 2015 with Del Rio, his brother, Guillermo Rodriguez, Mil Maracas, and stars from Japan. He also added that Rey Mysterio wants to attend. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio wants to come. I know. Now, that's another thing we got to talk about eventually. Rey Mysterio leaving and all that type of stuff. I don't think WWE is ever going to let him go because he's a billion. He's he's one of their best Latin American stars. He's not going to leave there with. They're not going to do that, but you never know. So he might leave and might come back. You don't know about that. Anyway, as all that type of stuff, it wouldn't surprise me, but I hope that WWE start, maybe incorporate new styles and maybe start paying their guys a little bit extra too. I know what the market demands and such, and you need to do budget cutting because of the whole WWE Network is still going through its growing pains. But why can't the guys up top start slashing their budgets? Why can't the network executives and everything else start saying, okay, we gotta take some less, and don't hurt the guys who, the ring crew or the referees, the production staff and crew, the referees, the production crew, and all those guys, which, by the way, you don't really give any props to because there's not even a mention of them. At best, they get like maybe a couple of seconds screen out. It just frustrates you. Guys in production crews, they get no love from the WWE. They get one shout out, what have you. They make these great type of stuff, and they never get any production. Why don't they get no production? Why is that? Why can't you just say, okay, these guys may just, get some love for the production staff because they know what they're doing. Get some love for them. That'd be nice. But that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, we'll be right back after this. We're going to talk about little TNA, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Holding on some action. There's something big happened. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, and we'll be talking about that after this little commercial break. Goodness. Musical break. You're going to play a little. Let's see. Let's see. Silent Hill 2, Where the Demon Sleeps. We'll be playing that, and we'll be right back here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Duke CT. We'll be right back after this song. We'll be right back. And thank you for joining me, Duke CT. And we are back live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you for joining me here live on TalkShoe.com. And the follow call in, remember, 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID connecting me, Duke CT, is 92417. What's in the call ID is 92417. And remember, if you have a computer, you can call in with the shoe phone with the TalkShoe app, ladies and gentlemen. So, get this thing started. Hope you can call in. Remember, the chat room is unlocked. We got some guests here. And, that is going to be very interesting and such. Okay, now, TNA. Now, I know people haven't been watching. I've been watching a bit. And let me tell you, it's gotten a lot better. Even though I really thought that the tag team, I honestly thought it would have been interesting if the tag team champions tournament, you have, Spud, that's but honestly, I think it would have been interesting if they would have had EY and Tyrus beat all of them, became new tag champions, and dominate for a while, and then have EY and, Rockstar Spud slowly get confidence in beating these teams, and then have them beat, have them pin Tyrus or something, and then, heck, have them beat EC3, the first one to pin EC3. EC3 is the limit that Spud beats him. That should have been exactly for the tag belts, and that would be interesting. But having them lose, I don't like that. Anyway, let's get that to the main event, though. Honestly, the main event was interesting. Let's see. The main event was interesting because let's see, because you had Bobby Lashley taking on Bobby Roode, and get this phone quiet. Sorry. Anyway, the Bobby Roode taking on Bobby Lashley, and it was actually a very fun and physical matchup as both guys really, really just hammered each other. I really liked the match. I wish it was a non-commercial match so we could throw all the big moves and such or commercial. But we did some really good physical stuff, though. As Lashley just went crazy spearing everybody. From the referees to the referee, Kurt Angle, who was the special referee, then the guy on the ring bell. He just speared everybody. And Roode, actually, he was tough. He got speared as well, and he came right back. And after the referee count two or something, he just clotheslined the ref. Because, I'm Bobby Lashley, what have you. That wasn't a disqualification. It should have been, but I don't know. Maybe just okay, we will have a winner or something. Then you have Bobby Lashley look like he was finally going to take out Bobby Roode, but Roode comes right back strong, continues to hit all these moves. It looks like he hits the rubber bomb, but he doesn't. Looks like but then he does a nice reversal, and then gets Bobby Lashley with the roll up and becomes a brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And honestly, it was a pretty good match, and I'm hopeful that TNA will continue this because I gotta say, Bobby Lashley's run as champion was awesome. I really enjoyed it because he just continued just to kill people. He just beat Eric Young and just won he just won over and over and over again. He just kept killing, just winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning, and basically with clean, not really cheating and such. Only with Roode, he actually resorted to cheating and such, using championship belts and everything like that. Because I think Lashley is so dominant. He's like, no one can beat me because I have the spear and everything else. But when he hit that spear, he kicked out. It's just like he was getting a little bit worried. And said, I had to beat him by any means necessary. And, well, he couldn't do that. So I can't wait to see Bobby Lashley and Roode 3. I think it's going to be a great match. I hope it's going to be a lot more. I think maybe a gimmick could be added on to it. That would be very interesting. No holds bar match, last man standing match. I think that would be really good. I think that would make this match even more interesting. So I enjoyed the match, and hopefully TNA can, because honestly, I'm liking what TNA is doing right now, and I'm hopeful they can get a good TV deal, and I'm hopeful they can stick around, so maybe they finally start actually, being, smart. That's my hope. But I'm not expecting that. Anyway, but hey, you know what? Roode is your new TNA champion, and honestly, I'm liking it. And I honestly can't wait to see more stuff from TNA. And I am hopeful they get that TV deal. Hell, maybe they'll have Spike TV might reconsider and buy them or something. I don't know. Maybe they're waiting until the price goes down, and then you say, hey, you know what? Spike TV's doing pretty well with their Wednesday night. I don't know, but I think it'll be very interesting. Anyway, though, that's it for me, Duke CT, here on TalkShoe.com, live on the Duke CT Lounge. Remember, the podcast will be up on Yahoo, Zipcast, Screw Attack, Rise of the Critics, and everywhere that basically wants to, that wants to get the show. Anyone who wants it, other than Blip, because Blip are evil people. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching. And if you're on YouTube, anyway, thank you so much for listening. This is Duke CT here. Peace, love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.